Hi everyone, new to the group. Did a search but can't find the answer to my question. I've started the Ultimate Fibre about 2 weeks in and keep getting random stabbing pains throughout the abdomen, what feels like the colon area. Fantastic, I'll explain more. It really freaked me out as I've been going, and it's been going on for about 5 days now, so I've stopped. But now I'm thinking maybe it was a normal part of the process. Hey Sky, yeah, definitely a normal part of the process. Yeah, I guess you had the Qenda because you had some autoimmune, digestive, or skin conditions, and all of those generally have parasites creating that issue. Um, and with you saying that you was having random stabbing pains throughout the abdomen and in the colon area, what I've seen with previous clients and myself and many others, like this stabbing pain, like hundreds of people, like this stabbing pain and that raw feeling is actually when the parasites are coming away from the intestinal lining. So your intestinal lining is supposed to be tight junctions together like that. So this is a representation of your intestinal cells. And what happens is you actually get parasites that burrow into these cells. So it creates like gaps in the intestinal cells, which is where the leaky gut comes from. Well, these parasites actually burrow into the intestinal lining. So when they're in there and you're having the Qenda and you're killing off these parasites and other infections can actually come away from the intestinal lining. And as you can imagine, that can be a very raw, painful feeling, which is why you get the stabbing pains and stuff like that. And then, so hopefully that explains it, especially if you've been seeing some like physical parasites that you can see with your eyes coming out in the toilet. Obviously, as we know, like there's 175 parasites on record that you can't see, which are microscopic, but there's like 25 to 27 parasites that you can see with the naked eye. So if you're seeing physical parasites coming out in the toilet and you're getting some shooting pains in your stomach, you know it's just the parasites coming away from the intestinal lining. And then what it can also be as well is when the Qenda's killing off these infections and overgrowths, you get gas as a byproduct of that. So the Qenda's killing off the infections, overgrowths, it's giving off a gas, and then you can have like trapped wind inside your intestines. And obviously, trapped wind can be very painful, especially if there's a bit of inflammation in the intestines as they're trying to heal. So the sharp pains are either wind, which you can resolve with colonic massage. Just go all the way around your colon, digging your knuckles in quite tight and having some deep belly breaths. And what that will do is help move the trapped wind along the colon, so it's no longer keeping you, no longer creating pain. And then, like I said, if it's not wind, it's obviously the parasites coming away from the intestinal lining. Or that's what I've seen with all previous customers and clients, Sky. So yeah, definitely recommend keeping going. A little bit of pains here and there is quite normal when we're detoxing. I've even had people have wandering, fluttering pains around the legs, in their arms and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, parasites can get all around the body. It's pretty crazy the amount of healing that you can feel around your body when you take the Qenda, how you can feel it in all different places, not just the intestines, but as you can imagine, and the fact that you're adding extra fibre in and stuff like that, and it's healing. If you haven't had fibre in your diet previously, fibre can you can feel the fibre moving along. That's not really that relevant with the Qenda because it's such a fine powder and it's got the anti-inflammatories that calm down and antispasmodics and all the stuff that calm down the intestinal lining. So that'll all be happening and supporting your intestinal lining. But as you're getting die off, it can be creating gas, and obviously parasites and infections can be coming away from the intestinal lining, and that can create a raw, sore feeling. So yeah, definitely keep going, Sky. You can feel it working and hopefully see it working with the results you're seeing coming out of you in the toilet.